Realty. We spoke previously about seller's concessions / buyer pays closing costs, what that means for the buyer, how it's essentially financing in a portion of your closing costs so that you can come to closing with less money as a buyer. But today I want to talk to you a little bit more about it in terms of what it means for a seller. So if you're looking to sell your house, it's really important to understand what seller's concessions and closing costs will mean in terms of any offers that you may get on your house. So for example, say we list your house, an offer comes in, and they're offering, purely for example purposes, $105,000. Well, that's great. Say your house was listed for $99,000. That's great news. However, then as a real estate agent, I explained to you, however, they're asking for $6,000 of that to be given back to them at closing. So basically, they're offering you $99,000. They're just building up the purchase price so that they can finance in a portion of their closing costs. As the seller, there are two big things to be aware of. The first is that the house still has to appraise out at that larger amount. So when the appraiser comes out, runs their comps, values the house, it has to value out at $106,000 or $105,000, whatever above and beyond they're giving you with their closing costs, in order for them to get their mortgage. So as the seller, it's hit or miss. It depends on the area, the house, all that kind of stuff when it comes to if it's going to appraise out. A lot of the concern comes with if the buyer is asking for a large amount in concessions, 5, 10, 15,000 or more over asking price. Then the seller may get concerned because the appraiser may look at it and say, well, that's a lot more than market value, because ultimately the appraiser is valuing the house on just the real estate, not the closing costs. So that's one thing to be aware of. The other thing is that the seller has to pay, unless it's written in separately, on that larger amount when it comes to transfer taxes, when it comes to commissions, all of those things by default. So that's something that, as a seller, to have a conversation with your real estate agent about, because you might want to talk about writing it in a little differently where either the buyer's responsible, you're responsible, it's a negotiation tool. That's something to be aware of as well, is that those taxes, anything that's a percentage of the ultimate sale price would be based on that new sales price of their closing costs on top of what they're giving you. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to give us a call, and we look forward to helping you in the future.